Mead is a contender for one of the worst films ever made. They took a concept they didn't have the budget for and tried to use cheap CGI to cover their costs. It looks like a video game from the 90s, and the acting, soundtrack, and writing are just as low quality. There really is only one thing to like about this film, and that's Robert Picardo. He plays a serious and ruthless villain. He's memorable and weird and shows a tremendous amount of commitment to the character. It was almost like they copied him and pasted him into this movie from another, better film. The rest of the cast act like they are reading the script for the very first time, and the two celebrity names on the film literally phoned it in. I guess they couldn't afford to get Patton Oswalt in person. The soundtrack is generic and forgettable. Most of the tracks are Hollywood boilerplates, and they often don't match the mood of the scene. The dialogue sounds like it was recorded on $20 microphones, and the audio mixing is amongst the worst I've ever heard. The story feels unfinished. It has plot holes all the way through it, and none of the ideas or concepts are fleshed out very well. The characters are underdeveloped and flat, with dialogue that is ridden with cliches and mean-spirited banter that feels out of place. The CGI is the only thing worse than the writing, and they use it for everything. The sets and most of the extras were replaced with CGI, and many scenes throughout the movie rely on it in order to work. So it should be the best part of the film, and yet it isn't. The film looks like an old video game with blocky, undefined textures that look unrealistic. The actors visually struggle to interact with the CGI sets. You can see them fumble around trying to hit imaginary buttons or swiping at screens with nothing on them. This film is a massive waste of time. It doesn't have the budget to do its concepts justice, and the majority of those involved with the project don't seem eager to do high quality work. Don't waste your time watching it. 1 out of 10.